Hey there everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how you can deploy your Angular application in Netlify using GitHub. So the first thing that you need to do is to make sure that your application is already in GitHub. Here I have a very simple application, a mean stack application where the server is already deployed in render. Today I'm going to deploy the client side, which is the Angular side. Okay, so here is a very simple application here. The first thing that you need to do is to create a redirects file. In order to create a redirects file, you have to make sure where your index.html file is. The index.html file is normally located under your source folder. Here, right click on the source folder and create a redirects file. If you have tried to deploy the application in Netlify, you probably have seen this page not found. This will help you to overcome that issue. So inside the redirects file, type here / * and then press tab. And then again / index.html, again the tab, and then 200. After saving this thing, then you need to go to angular.json. Scroll down until you find the assets array, and here you need to make sure that you give the location where your redirects file is. So here src / redirects, yeah, and then you give a comma here. That's it. And the next step that you need to make sure is to create an environment file. So in my application, what I have here in my app, the contact.service, here I'm using a hard-coded localhost 5200. This is what we do not want. So for that case, we need to create a environment file. So first thing, you need to open your terminal and type here ngg environments. If you do not have ng working, then you need to make sure that you install your Angular CLI globally. And once you have done that, you need to go, I need to go inside the clients and then type ngg environments. Now you will see that you have two files under the environments folder. This environments folder appeared under source. So what you need to make sure is that first, let's rename this development to prod. And then what we also need to do is let's go inside the environment file and then make sure that you have a URL key that has this process.env, and then you have to make sure that you write here ng/_app_ and whatever you like. So make sure that this prefix is always there. Otherwise it will not work. Okay, first, after you have done this, save it. You can also do the same thing in the production one as well. So after that, what you need to do is to go to the Angular JSON file and scroll down, and under your configurations you have production and you also have development. Copy this part of the code, this file replacements. Also delete the comma and then scroll down, and inside the production object, try to paste the file replacement. Also do not forget the comma. Here what you need to do is that you need to replace it with the prod. What it does is that when you build your application, the environment files that you have used for development, it will be replaced with the prod file, and this is what we need. Okay. So in order to make sure that this process.env is working, you probably will again see when you deploy it in Netlify some reference error, some process is not being able to read. So in that case, you need to make sure that you add a new dependency called ngx-env/builder. So how to install it? So in your client folder, I would type here ng add act ngx-env/builder. It will ask me probably to say yes if I want to install it, or yes. Then you press Y and then it will install it. Yep. So the packages is also already installed should be installed in your dev dependencies, which is fine. It also created this env.d.ts. You don't have to worry about anything. Now it should be able to read this process env file. So if you have created for example, a .env file here, and then you have provided here ng app underscore base underscore URL, and then you have this HTTP / localhost, and then it's 5200. Yeah, I think I have this right thing here. So this one, it should be able to read it. Yeah. So in what we have done is that we have created this environment file, but we have not read it in our application, in our service file here. So what we also need to make sure that this one is not hard-coded, it reads from our environment file. The way that we need to do is to write here environments, and the environments, the one that is available in our development environment file here. In that case, in here we have this URL property, so we will add that URL property here as well. Okay, so that's it, that you need to make sure that everything is configured. The next step would be to push it to your GitHub. So what I would do is to see that what is the status of my GitHub. I will add everything in my I will add everything there. Then I would push I will create a commit. Let's say that I gave here add environments and redirects. Yeah. So now I will be pushing the changes in my GitHub. So I will write here git push origin master, and then I will need to give the token. If I sign in, yep, it's pushed. So let's see the changes in my GitHub. So I can see that it has pushed in the 3 seconds before. It should be all right. Okay, so the next step that you need to do is to use it in your GitHub. You use it in your Netlify. So let's go to Netlify. Here you need to create a new site, import an existing project, press GitHub, get authorized. And then I do have, yeah, this one is already there. If it's not there, then probably you need to configure the app, Netlify app in your GitHub. So you need to allow it to work it in your GitHub as well. Okay, in your Netlify. So here I have already I have already added it. So let's try to deploy the branch. So my branch was the master branch. And here I need to type here client. The reason is, it will show up. Yep. The reason is that if you go to my branch here, I have client and server. So I need to make sure that this is the client folder. All right. So next step would be the build command would be ng build. The publish directory is a bit different. So when you build your Angular application, there is a new folder showing up called dist. And then in the dist folder, we have some other subfolders called client, and then you have the browser. So you make sure that you type the right way that I have written here, and that should be it. The last step that you should do is that to add that environment file that I have created. So let's go back to my environment file. Let's copy this one and then paste it here. And the endpoint that I have it here is I put it back here. So now if I deploy it, it should take some time to deploy, but we wait until it's finished. Okay, so everything is done. I think now it will also show complete for the deployment. Yeah, here's complete. Open the production. And yeah, now you can see that the application is already running. From the backend, we can try to change. Yep, it's working as well. So here we go. You have successfully deployed your Angular application in Netlify using GitHub. So that's it for this video. Hope this video has helped you to deploy your application in Netlify. If this video has helped you, then don't forget to give a like. I would also like to know about your experience with deployment. Write down your experience in the comment section below. And see you next time.